Hey, what's going on, Archons? It's time for another edition of Coach's Collection, and today I have Questionable Dark Elf Renata on the books for us to look at this week. You may notice this is still in its shrink wrap. That's right, this has been in my Coach's Collection, and I don't think I've ever played it, but it's in here for a very specific reason, so I thought, heck, I'm trying to play every deck I own. Let's show it here. I don't even know why I like this deck beyond one thing. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to showcase to all you what it's all about. And let's get going right away. Okay, it is what I thought it would be first. Alright, so we're going to show you right away why I like this deck. We're going to go through the whole thing. This is going to kind of be like an evaluation thing, unlike my normal Coach's Collections, because normally I tell you why I like the deck. This, I don't know why I like the deck other than one card, which is, that's right, an Anomaly Memolith. So this is the reason why I like this deck. It is one of my Anomaly decks. And it seemed appropriate considering you already saw one this week to show another. So yeah, let's pull this one out. It's a Memolith in Saurian. And it says, graft an action card from your hand onto Memolith. Place it face up under this card or trigger the play effect of the action card grafted onto Memolith. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So can you do more than one on this? I'm curious. Anyways, I guess it's just one because the graft is not there. But yeah, so let's find out what action cards we got in here afterwards. We're going to put this off to the side because it is what it is, and then we'll show the rest of it. So we got Imperial Scutum, Imperial Scutum, Imperial Scutum. Yeah, you're not mad at that. And then we got a Phalanx Strike, Ludo, Senator Shrix, Thera Centurion, Tricerian Legionary, City-State Interest, Paraguardian, Stomp. Now onto Shadows with an Avinda, Bad Penny, Hawk, Inky Gloom. Okay, interesting. Javinda, Pestering Blow, Trust No One, Into the Night, Treasure Map. Then we have Cauldron Boil. You can probably tell I'm pausing. Imprinted Murmook, Key Charge, Regrowth, Rusnar, Tintatalin, Kangafant, Mab the Nab, Anga, Jaga, and Witch of the Wilds. So, creatures we got in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 creatures. Not bad. Pips we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pips. And there are the rest of the stats, which I don't normally do for Coach's Collection, but as this is basically a new deck, we might as well. I'm kind of weirded out that I've never really taken interest in this deck. It clearly is not within the 70 SAS range, or else I would have noticed it, so it must be below 70. But it's a cool deck. I'm glad it's part of my Coach's Collection. What do I like about this? Well, I feel like this is an obvious candidate for Memolith Treasure Map, because it just provides that really bursty stuff. The other cool thing would be to graft a Key Charge on it so that you can do some wild things, especially considering you may just want to call dinos all the time. Look at this with Senator Shrix and being able to put 2 Scutums on Senator Shrix, so it has excuse me, 5 armor and 4 health. And then you basically just keep putting Ember on it through all the various ways in here. Stomp, City-State Interest itself, Phalanx Strike, and then you can literally just Key Charge with a Memolith using your Senator Shrix. That is pretty bonkers. The other things that I would be thinking about, so yeah, there's a lot of good options. Regrowth is a great option, I think. Treasure Map for the burst. I also like even just Trust No One. And Hawk is a good one. Inky Gloom is kind of funny because you could essentially be using your own Saurian. Like, I could see Saurians being called a lot in this, and if you put Inky Gloom, you could make it so you're constantly just using Mammoth, and they just can't reap. Every turn, you're like, you can't reap, you can't reap, you can't reap, you can't reap. That would be a really fun game to play. So this deck has some potential, like, to say the least. Great Dino lineup, like, really great Dino lineup. All the ones you want to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unfortunately, 5 dinos is not a great number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 untamed creatures, which is where you're going to get more reaping out of. But I think if you set up the dinos correctly, it can be fine. And then obviously there is 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures in Shadow. Shadows is going to be the odd house out in this deck, I think. It's going to be, you're kind of calling it just to do some interesting things. I think for sure the Trust No Ones, Into the Nights, Treasure Map, and Inky Gloom are type of the things, and Hawk, what you got there. But you're going to be looking to go dinos if you can establish that, and then Untamed obviously is going to create an interesting board, especially if you can get Panpaka Anga out and protecting it. The double Jaga is odd. I'd rather have a double Anga obviously than Jaga. I don't think anyone would feel differently about that. But yeah, this deck is super interesting. I'm really excited to play it for the first time and see if we can get some cool Memolith stuff going down. Because, yeah, that is pretty wild. Especially the Treasure Map, Key Charge, and Inky Gloom plays. Those are going to be my go-to things to look for. Okay, yeah, so cool. I love it. So, and obviously Witch of the Wild, you're never unhappy to see that. Actually, you know what? Witch of the Wild is going to be extremely important, because if I do want to go dinos a lot, this provides the ability to cycle some of that Untamed and establish a cool board. I mean, even being able to Key Charge with Witch of the Wild seems pretty wild. So yeah, that's pretty wild. Haha, you see that? So yeah, this is a cool deck. I'm very excited to test this out and play it. I'm glad it's part of Coach's collection. Until next time, folks, may your Ember never be stolen and your keys forged promptly. Let me know what you think of this and come watch it on stream.